straight to the league, I ain't waiting for my knee to blow. Yesterday I was kneading this dough. Get it? I was kneading this dough.
Hello, hello, hello everyone, beautiful room. You grew up kind of in the game, around pro players. You knew guys who played the level because your dad did.
My dad was nowhere as near as good as I am.
Hey, does he still think he could get you?
First time I beat him, I was in 8th grade, and that's about the last time we ever played. He wasn't the best, but he understood the game. And from a young age, he put the ball in my hand, and he just taught me how to play the game and think the game the right way.
And does he still push you to this day?
He's a lot nicer now. my mom's a mean one.
Your mom's on you, she's on you.
No matter if I scored 28 or 8, my mom always gonna find something wrong that I did.
You were raised, obviously, by your mom, who's very smart. What were the things that she instilled in you that helped you become who you are today?
She had me when she was 19. She had to work 2 jobs. I even had to go to class with my mom while she was in college. She never made any excuses. She graduated from college, got her doctorate, her master's, and her law degree.
Jeez.
All while, raising me to be the young man I am today and making sure I was on top of, my academics.
Now you're an NBA player making millions of dollars. Did you learn anything financially from her at an early age?
We didn't necessarily have the money to talk about having a savings account because we lived check to check. But, she, as I got older and started understanding that the NBA was coming to reality, she started talking to me about the importance of balancing, all this money because it was going to be new to both of us.
Does your mom help you with everything that you do?
Yeah, she kind of acts as like the overseer for my financial advisor, accountant, agent, and my business manager. Our biggest thing was to save all of my NBA money. So all the money I get from the Celtics, put it in a savings account, eventually invest in it, let it grow over time, and just try to live solely on what I make off the court in endorsements.
And you were able to do it your first year? That's awesome. That's an awesome goal. Another mentor of yours is Bradley Beal. What was the best advice you got as you went into your rookie year?
I remember as soon as he got drafted, I was like, yo, you got to get a Bentley, a Range Rover, a big house. And he was like, it's not how it works. You're making a lot of money on your rookie deal. You still have to save because, a lot of guys get injured. Tomorrow's not promised.
You never know what happens, exactly. This is your second season. Obviously, you were a rookie last year. Was there anyone who grabbed you when you came in the locker room and was like, yo, Rook, let me give you some advice?
Yeah, Kyrie and Marcus Morris. Those are 2 guys that, I relied on a lot last year, just about a lot of different things, what to expect, finance, how did they pick a agent, basketball, just any questions I had, those are the 2 guys I would always ask.
So those guys have different living habits than you should or shouldn't have. Did you ever feel any pressure from that?
No. It's definitely a lot of things that they can do that I can't.
But did you know that right away, or did it take you a while to realize that?
No, I understood that. You might want to, when you see these guys with all these nice chains on, nice
Ferraris,
watch, flying private, and then you're like, I don't get it paid as much as he does on the 1st and 15th. So it's a lot of guys that you can look back at have lost all their money.
Of course.
It has to be tough for them to talk about it, but for them to help the younger kids out, it really goes a long way.
Was there anything that surprised you about a professional locker room, about being in a locker room with pros that you were like, damn, I wasn't expecting that shit?
College is so much more structured. Everything is together at the same time. Everybody does the same routine.
Exactly.
When you get to the NBA, it's like everybody's different. Everybody has their own routine. Like when I was in college, we had one big speaker. Everybody had to listen to the same song. When you get into the NBA, everybody got headphones on.
Everybody listens to their own thing, right? Was the traveling part hard of it too? Traveling in the NBA versus traveling at Duke was much different.
Yeah, because in college, you go, there's only one game, and then you come back. So you go for a day and a half.
And you don't spend any of your own money, really, in college. They feed you.
They feed you.
They put you in the room. But on the road in the NBA, if you're in LA, you might want to hit Rodeo Drive. You might want to go to dinner.
Yeah. You can have more fun, when you're in the NBA. But,
exactly.
Just living out a suitcase, especially in Boston. We go on a West Coast trip twice a year. That's 13 days, 8 different cities, There's been plenty of times where I'll be going to the hotel desk like, my key doesn't work. She'll be like, sir, you're not at this hotel. Like,
Oh, it's a hotel from the last city.
Yeah, hotel from the last city. Forget what room I'm in. It catches up with you.
You probably would play the game for the rest of your life if you can, but at some point, you probably realized basketball was a business. When did you realize that?
I knew from a young age, maybe like freshman year of high school, that
Really?
basketball was a business. But then you really get a feel for it when you go to college. Like, you know, the idea that you can't make money off your own name while, you know, the schools are making so much money. And I love Duke. Like, if I could do it again, I would go back. But, you know, there were times where my jersey would be in the store with a number 0 on it. My mom still had to go buy my jersey.
Of course.
Like,
you couldn't even give it to her for, yeah.
Like, no discount, not for free. Like, I wasn't upset at Duke. You know, I think
You're not upset at Duke, but just the way the system works.
Yeah. You know, the fact that these kids in college, you know, a lot of them come from a similar background as me, and you know, for them, their parents may not be able to afford traveling to come see them play, and the school, NCAA won't allow the school to pay for their parents' travel. It doesn't make sense.
But when you made that transition to becoming a professional, did how you think about money change at all?
And it was the first time I ever got paid for, you know, something I've been doing since I was 3.
How did that feel, by the way, when you got that first check?
It was actually before I even got drafted, and I remember I got a check for $75,000, and it was like, I called my mom. I'm like, yo, Ma, I just got paid. Like, it was the biggest check like I had ever seen. Like, it was something. I'll always remember that day.
Was there something you always said in your head, the minute I get my first check, I'm gonna buy?
It was always, I'm gonna get my mom something.
Of course, of course.
When I got drafted, I got my mom a new Escalade. The thing I was happiest about, I bought myself a Range Rover.
Nice.
So my first car I ever had was a 2009 Off-White Chrysler 300. I thought that was a Bentley.
In high school? Coming forward, you look like you're in a Bentley, but once we get the side angle, you're like, oh shit, that's a Chrysler.
That was a Chrysler.
But you know, from the front, it looks like a Bentley. What is the one thing, like, your kind of guilty pleasure that you spend money on that you wish you could stop spending money on, but you like, I just love it?
I didn't make all this money to save it all.
Of course you can't. You can't save it all.
I think the thing I spend most of, you know, my extra money on is I like wearing nice clothes. You know,
we can tell
like
by the Christian Dior sweatshirt. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Everybody, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for having Jayson Tatum on the show. Give him a big round of applause.